What would you say if I told you we just found the best free campsite ever? No, I mean, like, really, look at this. Here's the ring, here's the van, and look at this view. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is gonna be home for the night, and I am excited. We were at the Great Sand Dunes and it was really hot. Up here though, it feels so good. It's actually even a little bit chilly. This is the Colorado that I know. Yeah, I am so excited to have finally found this version of Colorado. Now, as you go across the state, you find all sorts of different versions of Colorado, but this one is my favorite. I mean, look at this. Rolling amazingness, beautiful mountains, a forest. Now getting here, that was a different story. I couldn't even film the vast majority of getting here because I was white knuckle driving, scared, because I haven't been on any big mountain roads in a while. And so I had to get readjusted. But this is kind of what it looked like as we first entered in. And as a result of those bumps, lots of things kind of fell into the floor. Yeah, that's fun. I mean, not anything too bad, but still, it was pretty bumpy. A little update on the Jackery. It's still working. So right now, I'm actually leaving the van running for a few minutes to charge it up a little bit more because, well, there's no sun for the solar right now. I mean, the best sun that we have is kind of escaping over that mountain over there. So yeah, it's definitely gonna have to charge with the van on. Looks like somebody else is going up to the campground that I was going to. I was hoping to make it all the way up there, but I saw this and just couldn't resist with this view. Finally, we get to put on a cozy hoodie and feel that Colorado air, and it is amazing. Now, I wanted to spend a few days without getting into any crazy hikes or anything like that so I can acclimate to the change in altitude, because every time I neglect to do that, I suffer the consequences. So this is going to be a perfect base camp for me for the next evening. And even though in the distance I can hear a few ATVs, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. I mean, you guys can probably hear my muffler right now. Now, with that being said, let's go do a little Jackery check real quick and see where we're at. If I can get to 80%, I'll be perfectly happy. Let's see. We're at about 75 right now, so that's not quite where I want it to be, but we can run for a few more minutes. I just don't want to run my van non-stop without it going somewhere. I don't like doing that to poor Dimples. So a few more minutes won't harm poor little Dimples here, but I probably could turn off the lights. All better, all better. A few hours since we arrived and I've done so much stuff and I've been so productive. It's really amazing what you can get done when you're in a beautiful place. Look at this. I mean, look at this. So pretty. But now I am starving, so let's open up this side of the van, the garage side. And whenever I open this side, I have to be a little careful because I store my solar panel here. So it kind of leans up against the door when it gets bumped around. So let's just set that down right there and let's find some food. Now I can pull this through from the other side, but just didn't want to today. I want something that's kind of easy because the sun is going down and I have a lot of stuff in here. So what do we want to eat tonight? Quinoa maybe? Don't know. We could just do one of our need water to boil kind of meals. Those are super easy. I have some Backpack Pantry and then some Mountain House. And then I think I also might have maybe, yeah, that's breakfast though, Wild Zora. That will be good for in the morning maybe. And then I also have some other things that are super simple. So the question is, what do we want? Or I could eat the last little bit of my pasta salad. I don't know. So many options. it's nice to have options. I didn't have this many options whenever I was tent camping and driving around in a car, that's for sure. So, let me think about this. Oh, my dear friend, I love this one. This is like my favorite mountain house currently. So all we need to do now is boil a little bit of water and we are good to go. That is super simple, and that way I don't lose the light sitting out here cooking, which I truly enjoy doing, but I just got too late of a start. So let's get out the electric kettle. Now that's gonna pull my jackery down a little bit more, but it'll be faster than me using my Coleman. So you take the good, you take the bad. That's the facts of life. Now the kettle is super easy to use, and so it's kind of my little go-to at this moment. All I have to do is open it up, pour some water inside, and because this is rice, we're gonna put a little extra water in it. Okay, there we go. And then we'll close it up and plug it into the jackery. Super, super simple. Now the water boils in this thing in about 3.5 to 4 minutes. And I purchased this specifically for occasions like this, where if I can't, for some reason, cook on my proper stovetop, I still can have an option. And so that's what we're gonna do today. And because I don't have my little table set up, we'll just set it on the mat. It does not get hot on the bottom, so that's good. And we'll plug it in right here. Now, this is the kicker. Right now, with my fridge and my little battery, I'm only pulling about 3 watts, but watch this as we turn it on. Here we go. Okay, you hear it kick on, and wow, that's why. Yeah, I would never use this device if it took more than 3 or 4 minutes because it would kill my battery. And while it does, I'm just gonna take in a few more of these views. It's so pretty. And while that's doing that also, we'll go ahead and just turn on our little fairy lights. I've been running them off of one of these little extra power stations just to make it a little easier. Ah, ambiance, yes. And we're gonna go ahead and get our mountain house ready. So in order to make a mountain house, all you have to do is just pull out the little oxygen absorber thing and then throw it away. And then when you add your water and stir it around really good, everything does what it's supposed to do. I don't know the exact science behind it. I just know that they're really, really good. And so these things, amazing. I mean, look at this. That is gonna be tasty. And then I have these little carabiners like up here. So I always just kind of use one of them for my trash bag. But yeah, I just leave my trash like that so it's easier. And also so that it doesn't take up more of my floor space, because in a few minutes, whenever I am ready to get in my bed mode, I'm going to take my bags and set them down here. And usually closer to the door back there so I can still use this as an aisle. Let's check on the water. Oh, we're starting to get some bubbles. We are getting close. So far, I haven't noticed anything more than like some moths out here, so no mosquitoes, which is nice. I had some fun watching a little chipmunk. Oh my gosh, so cute. He was trying to figure out who I was, what I was, why I was here, why I parked next to his rock, and he was super cute, but then he ran away. And I'm really sad because he was kind of fun. And then other than that, I've seen a few people come back down the mountain with their ATVs, and a couple more van people go up that way. So they haven't come back down. I'm assuming that they made it without problem. Oh my gosh, look at it. The sun is trying to come back out. Yes. I just love my little home on wheels. This is so nice. No offense to tent camping because I did it for a very long time, but there is nothing quite like this. I mean, before, whenever I would close up my day, I'd have to find a place where I could put my tent, and then I'd have to unload all of my things, and then I'd have to set up my tent, and then after the day was done, I'd have to pack it back up and go somewhere else. And On rainy days, that just was not very fun. There just wasn't any fun to be had with that. But now if I have bad weather, I'm protected, and people feel a little bit more comfortable with the fact that even though I'm way out here in this beautiful, amazing place, kind of by myself, I still have a little bit of protection from the elements. And I have the ability to, if something doesn't go right, I can simply drive away. And I really like that. Now, one of the things I will do before I pack it up for the night is I will turn my van facing this way, so I'll have an easy exit. I think that's just one of the safety things that I've started doing because I'm a little bit more mindful of it. And yeah, I'm constantly asked if I feel comfortable or if I feel safe. And I do. And it's because I take a lot of necessary steps to safeguard myself. And I feel way more safe in this than I ever did in a tent. Even though I never really was too worried, now I can kind of feel that extra little bit of home, and that in itself is a good feeling. But enough about that. Let's check our water. Oh yeah, we're ready. 66%, man. And to the back we go. And then we're gonna open up our little mountain house and we're gonna pour it inside. Okay, every last drop. We're gonna need it. It's rice. Gonna zip it up, and it's gonna sit for about 15 minutes. Okay, we just moved the van around, and now this is our new view. See, now we're facing the roadway, so if we did need to leave, we can. And as you can see, before I came out here, I made sure I topped off my tank. Another little safety thing that I always tell people. But now let's get to enjoying our quiet backcountry campsite. Honey, I'm home. That was a very long commute, wasn't it? One last look though before we call it a night. Wow. Nature is so cool. The first thing in our van routine is to close our curtain. Now I'm going to move all the stuff I don't need off the bed because, well, even though I love my bag, I don't really need it for bedtime. But one of the things I do like to do is beforehand, I put everything kind of away as I go. So for example, I need to pull all my cards so I can use them to edit, and I need to make sure I don't have any cameras left in this bag. If I do, then I need to pull them out and pull the cards on them so that I can do all my stuff. And then I also need to charge all my batteries. So that's my next step. Well, as you can see, everything is charging. I just finished downloading the last little bit of the photos, and I'm organizing everything. So it's now time for me to Netflix and chill. And by chill, I mean it's about to be bedtime. I am so tired. It is so quiet at this campsite. And I think all in all, I'm gonna sleep super well. But in the morning, I'll let you know for sure. And I have a couple of other things I want to share with you about where I'm staying. Good morning, adventurers. I woke up and decided to go ahead and pull out the solar panel and charge the Jackery just a little while I'm doing some things around camp. I slept so good. It was so quiet here, and I didn't start hearing cars coming down from the mountain until probably about 7 o'clock. So now that we have gotten dressed, we've done all of our skincare, stuff like that, normal things, it's time for us to put the solar panel up and drive down the bumpy road that brought us here in the first place. A little checkup here, we got all the way up to 56%, which means that we gained about 10% from when we plugged in. And I consider that a win because we haven't been plugged in that long. It was just long enough for me to get dressed and do those aerial shots, and then also do a couple small things to make sure everything is in place like I do every day. Now, I really wish that we could stay out here another wonderful day because, wow, beautiful. But we do have to go to town because we have to get a few things. I need to fill up some water. I need to see if I can't get a couple of videos uploaded while I'm in commute. And then we get to find another glorious place like this. Crossing our fingers, I have an idea as to where that might be, but you'll have to see that on a future upload. Now, if you have enjoyed today's video, it is not over yet. I'm actually going to put the GoPro on the dash as we drive down so you can see a little bit more of the roadway that it was to get up here. It was a little challenging coming up, but I've learned that going down is never nearly as scary as going up for the first time because you kind of have an idea. So this is the roadway. We have made it down, and now look at this. This is gorgeous down here also. I think that you can easily see though why I was a little bit nervous going up when you see ruts like this just as you start going down the road. To be honest, I don't have a four-wheel drive, so whenever I go to these places I have to take caution a little bit, and my little van bumps around a lot on some of those bumpy roads. So I want to make sure that I am always, playing it smart rather than getting myself into a weird spot. I was in Colorado once whenever I was in my car and I went up a road that didn't appear to have any kind of issues. It was just bumpy, and I ended up sliding down the mountain as a result of ice. So I'm a little cautious now, to say the least. But again, look at this. This was so inviting last night. I just couldn't pass. Now, I hope you have enjoyed coming along with me to see this beautiful free mountain campsite here in Colorado. I am going to try to link some links below so that you can find it as well. But oh my gosh, guys, beautiful, amazing. And this is why we're going to be enjoying Colorado for a few more weeks. It's very nice here, and even though it's full sun, there's a gentle breeze, much cooler than Texas. If you have enjoyed today's video, make sure that you hit the like, subscribe for future content all through Colorado and along my other adventures across the country. I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye! And guys, if you saw this sign in my background, that is for the land on the other side of the fence. This is actually a legal roadway right here. Yeah, just didn't want to confuse anybody.